break on the Pistons Radio Network, presented by DraftKings. The break brought to you by Kia, official vehicle partner of the Pistons. Ring Central puts call, meet, and messages all in one app. You can talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime. Ring Central, simpler communications. Stay up to date, all things Pistons, by sending all the information, merchandise drops, and various.
Leans, goes right corner. John Collins, three-pointer. Johnny is no good. Sadiq Bey jams it home. How about that with one hand? Sadiq Bey with a rebound basket. The Hawks lead 58-48. Ball got knocked away for a moment, so now they'll put it in play. Miami will. And it'll be brought up by Oladipo. 5.5 to go, second quarter. Victor Oladipo bounces it to Robinson again. Robinson beyond the pick. Robinson drives. Now he throws it to the corner to Martin. Martin back out to Robinson. And an offensive foul going to be called this time on Martin. Caleb Martin picks up his second foul. So now Trae Young has it. Trae fakes the three. Goes over to the right side, DeAndre Hunter. Trae dribbling in the middle. Now gets it out to John Collins again. Down on the left wing. This time leaves it for DeAndre. And he tried to get it back to him. He does down low. Now Johnny Collins makes a nice drop step move, puts it up and in. John Collins with an old school move, and it's 60-48. Hawks up by a dozen again. We're under 5 to go in the quarter. And now it's Oladipo. In the middle he goes to Cody Zeller. Zeller back on the right wing to Butler. Jimmy Butler dribbles to the corner. Butler goes baseline and jams. Butler got a step inside, and it's 60-50. The Hawks lead is 10. 4:37 to go, second quarter. Trae Young will bring it up. Trae gets it across against Martin. Now Trae gets behind a pick. Behind his back goes to Sadiq Bey. He goes back to Trae. Trae fakes. Trae drives. Floater in the lane is good. Trae Young has got 7, and the Hawks lead now 62-50. And now it'll be put in play to where it comes outside now to Adebayo. Gets it back in the corner to Butler. Butler holds it, two hands, gets it underneath, and the layup is good that time by Martin. So they ran that play right out of the timeout. 66-56, Hawks on top by 10. Trae comes back. Trae, little stutter step move, now backs up a little bit. A hero chases him. Now Trae has his pass kicked. So it'll be Hawks ball with 14 on the 24. 2:01 to go in the second. So now Trae puts it in play to Sadiq Bey. Sadiq is back in the game. Now he gets it down low. The turnaround that time is no good as DeAndre Hunter went up. Now a long pass. They get it underneath. Wide open is Martin, and he jams. Martin's got a dozen. Hawks lead is down to 8 now. 66-58. Trae Young back. 1:39 to go in the quarter. Trae dribbles in the middle against Martin. They still have a foul to give under the 2 minutes. Miami does. Trae goes left side. DeJounte lets fly with a 3, and it's no good.
And use caution.
Now, back to more of today's game
On the Hawks Radio Network.
It's a 68-63 halftime lead for the Hawks in Miami as they try to avoid a split in this 2-game and 3-night visit to Miami. Elsewhere around the league, they're going to the fourth quarter in Cleveland. The Celtics lead the Cavaliers 92-78. They have 22 points from Jaylen Brown. Philadelphia late in the third quarter, leading Indiana 101-96. James Harden with 14 points and 17 assists. Portland has an 89-74 lead in Detroit. Fourth quarter just underway there. Damian Lillard has a triple-double with 23 points. 2 games later tonight, Toronto at Denver and Sacramento hosting New Orleans. Highlights from our game in Miami coming up next. The first half offensive explosion for the Hawks. They lead the Heat 68-63 on the Atlanta Hawks Radio Network.
There's been some hullabaloo recently over billionaires putting a few people in space. Well, we've been putting millions of people into spaces for years at apartments.com.
Sir, we have a problem in Houston.
Like Gary here. He's launching a new career in a new city and needs a pet-friendly rental for his kitty crewmates. Team, activate search protocol.
Search tools activated. He's checking out the new pet-friendly listings, and he found one! Woohoo! High five, sir!
Apartments.com, proud partner of the Atlanta Hawks.
Some people like A and others like B. At BMW, we prefer X. Like the dynamic X3, meant for ultimate exploration. The X5, built to conquer even the most difficult paths. Or the pinnacle of comfort and luxury, the X7. And since every X-Range vehicle is packed with performance and versatility, you'll always get the best of X. The BMW X-Range. Your next X-Venture starts here.
There are 5 boxes. No one knows what's in them. Yet, you may choose only one.
Is this a riddle?
No, just play Cash Pop for the chance to choose one of 5 mystery boxes with prizes worth $5,000 to $30,000.
Like a luxury vacation or even a car?
These are mystery boxes.
Yeah, but I might just peek first.
Oh, boy.
It's the Cash Pop Mystery Box Giveaway, now through March 12th. Learn more at playcashpop.com. Play responsibly.
Planet Fitness is the one and only judgment-free zone. That means for just $10 a month, you can work out at your own pace and just do you. However you want, whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness is the official fitness partner of your Atlanta Hawks. Join now for just $10 a month.
Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
Now, back to more of today's game
on the Hawks Radio Network.
Big first quarter for the Hawks in which they scored 43 points, propelling them to a 5-point halftime lead over the Trailblazers, 68-63. Hawks were on the verge of running Miami out of their own gym. They had a 15-point lead early, but the Heat have rallied to cut that deficit down to 5. Miami had a 1-point lead to begin the game. Here are the first half highlights.
And we are underway. So now the Hawks have it up top. DeJounte Murray. DJ moves into the lane. Little 14-footer is good. Bounces around and in. So DeJounte gets the first 2 points of the game. Hawks jump out on top here. Gabe Vincent dribbles it up high against John Collins this time. Now to go in the middle. Strus shoots a 3 and makes it. Strus gets a 3-pointer. That's his 156th of the year. And Miami takes their first lead of the night, 5-4. Gray's going to bring it across. Now he drives, goes right to the basket. He lays it up and around the rim and in. DeAndre Hunter gets his first 2. And Miami wants a timeout. Vincent trying to dribble in. He backs in now with 8. Still backing. Throws it back outside. And this time Oladipo drives to the basket. And it's knocked away and stolen. And DeJounte Murray has it. DeJounte coming up. He'll wait now. Go to Vogie. Left side 3. And he's got it. Vogie knocks down the 3-pointer. And the Hawks have opened up an 11-point lead for the first time. 25-14. Here comes Vogie Bogdanovic. It's a 3-on-3 for the moment. Vogie now gets it in the lane to a cutting DeAndre Hunter in the corner. Sadiq Bey for a 3. He nails it. Sadiq Bey hits the 3-pointer. That's his 19th as a Hawk. And Atlanta leads by 15 points now. 30-15. It's going to be Adebayo. 1:18 to go in the quarter. Gets it out to Hero. Hero now left side to Robinson for a three, and he makes it. And it's 37-27, Hawks lead. 28 seconds to go in the quarter. Bogey in the corner. Sadiq Bey again for a three, and he makes another one. The Hawks lead 43-30. 3 seconds to go. Up to Trey. Trey at midcourt. Trey fires, got it blocked. He got it back and goes up, and no good, but it wouldn't have counted anyway as the light went off. So at the end of one in Miami, it's the Hawks 43 and the Heat 30 up. And now it's going to be Miami ball to start the second because the Hawks won the opening tip tonight. Bam Adebayo. Now he throws it way across court. They get it in the corner. Wide open is Martin. Martin hits the three. Caleb Martin knocks down the three, and the Hawks lead is down to 9 now, 51-42. Butler trying to move in. He backs in, turns, throws a pass underneath, and Martin lays it in again. Martin's got 16, and the Hawks lead is 6. Butler pulls up for a long two, and it's up for him, no good, and that is the end of the first half. So your score at halftime, it's the Hawks 68 and Miami 63.
Now, the Hawks getting very balanced scoring with 5 players in double figures, led by Sadiq Bey, who had 11 off the bench. Bench scoring has been the benefit to the Heat, though, so far, with Caleb Martin scoring 16 and Duncan Robinson scoring 11. Bench scoring in the first half was 34-23 in favor of Miami. But it's the Hawks with the 5-point lead, 68-63. Steve Holman's got the third quarter next on the Atlanta Hawks Radio Network.
As we get set to go with quarter number 3. So Miami has it. And here we go. They go left to right, start the third quarter. The Hawks with the 5-point lead. Now it goes to Butler. Butler on the right corner. Butler throws it up top now to Hero. Hero back to Butler. Butler in the corner. Now hands it back to Hero. He dribbles towards the lane. He pulls up, throws it back outside. They go Strus for a three, and he hits it. Strus gets his second three of the game, and the Hawks lead is down to 2 now. It's 68-66. Now Trae Young, left side, he goes to DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre backs into the lane, throws up the right-hander, and hits. DeAndre starts the third for the Hawks with a basket, and it's 70-66. Hawks by 4. Now Tyler Hero with it on the left wing. Hero stops the dribble, gets it in the middle to Adebayo. Foul line pass underneath, hits the rim, and now it's taken by Trae. Trae goes to DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre in the lane, and we're going to get an offensive foul on DeAndre Hunter. Misses another three. The rebound taken by Adebayo. Now the clock is ticking, 2:10 to go in the game. Coming back, Butler. He's going to use a little time now as he brings it back outside. Butler around the top of the perimeter. Now we're under 2 minutes to go as Butler backs in, turns, leans, throws a pass in the corner. Hero, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Clint Capella. Steve points in a hurry now. Here comes DeJounte Murray. DeJounte in the middle. DeJounte drives, kicks it out to Trae. Trae didn't shoot it. Now he drives instead. He goes up off the glass and no good. Rebound, Capella has it. Gets it back to Trae. Trae now brings it back into the lane. Trae goes up off the glass and in. Trae's got 23. Hawks down by 5, but only a minute and a half to go. Now the Heat will bring it back up with Victor Oladipo. Oladipo outside against DeJounte Murray. Now the left side pass goes to Butler. Butler dribbling against DeAndre Hunter. Down to 6 on the 24. Butler goes baseline. Butler puts up a floater and hits. And that'll make it 125 to 118. The Hawks trail. Now Trae Young back. Trae dribbles, drives. Trae in the lane. Puts it up and we're ribbon in. But it's 125 to 120. Hawks down by 5 with now a minute to go in the game. Tyler Hero will bring it up. He gets it across. The Hawks not fouling yet. They want to try to get a defensive stop here if they can. Hero gets doubled. They knock it away and take it away. There's the steal. DeJounte goes up and in. DeJounte Murray scores, and Miami will call timeout. So DeJounte, after the steal, makes it a 3-point game. So timeout. Don't go anywhere yet. Heat 125, Hawks 122, Hawks Radio Network.
It's a tie game. No timeouts left. The clock is ticking. It all comes down to the final shot. These are the unforgettable moments that NBA fans live for. Moments that are so much better when experienced live in person. We can get you there. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of the NBA. Visit Ticketmaster.com/NBA and find seats you can't get anywhere else. Never miss another epic NBA moment.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent.
And I'm Hall of Famer Dominique Wilkins.
I'm proud to be teaming up with the Atlanta Hawks Foundation to provide scholarships for kids to attend basketball camp.
The mission of the Atlanta Hawks Foundation is to help Atlanta's youth learn life skills through basketball.
Check out AtlantaHawks.com in the community section.
Get involved.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Atlanta Hawks.
Call 1-800-CALL-KEN, spokesperson for Kenneth S. Nugent, PC Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia 30309.
Now, back to the game.
On the Atlanta Hawks Radio Network.
Well, we've got 47 seconds to go in this one, and the Hawks trail by 3. Puts it on the floor, goes to the foul line, leans, fires, and they called it offensive foul. Traveling violation on Adebayo. So the Hawks get it back now with 32 seconds left and down by 3. Snyder is out there directing traffic. And now the Hawks have a chance with 32.8 to go. DeAndre Hunter, now they go left side to Trey. Trey backs up a little bit. Trey makes a move towards the lane. He lost it. Oh, he turned it over. And now coming back is Butler. Butler dribbles it across with 18 seconds left. The Hawks going to foul right away. So they foul Butler with 16.6 to go. Into the lane and lost the handle, and Martin picked it up. So now it'll be Butler at the line for 2.
It was helpful. Jimmy got in front of Young when he was trying to get past, and I don't care who got it. The ball was loose, and Jimmy at the line after getting fouled, knocked them both down. He is 8 of 10, 24 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 35 fourth-quarter points for the Heat as Murray fires and misses a 3 from the top of the arc. Ball knocked out of bounds by Bay. It'll be Heat ball up 5, 8.4 seconds to go. Inbound to Jimmy, to Tyler. Tyler pump fakes, gets it to Oladipo. Oladipo fouled by Bay. Oladipo faking like he was going to rock the cradle and throw down another dunk. We'll take it.
Please don't.
I won't.
Please don't, Vic. Just calm down. Everybody relax.
I want you to say that to him tomorrow. Amy's coming with me for our first behind-the-scenes look at Inside the Heat. My first Inside the Heat away from the Heat with Victor. I think I've done one now with the, like in the studio during COVID regulations. So we're going to head to the crib. Let's just say, I don't want to give everything away, but let's just say it's a sweet music vibe.
I can imagine.
From the R&B singer on this one. Victor missed the first, mostly because he was admonished for a fake dunk by Amy.
No, because he's so excited thinking about tomorrow's episode. He's like, come on.
My final inside the Heat for the season. Reed will take it from here as Victor knocks down that free throw. And yet another game extension timeout here with the Hawks down 6 with 4.4 to go. Heat 128, Hawks 122. Jimmy with 24. Part of the 8 for 10 from the line. Oladipo, 21 points. Does he get more than that? He made a second free throw. I'm going to say he has 22. I'm going to let my screen catch up by pausing 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves. This is the Miami Heat audio experience.
The Miami Heat play here. WQAM Miami, WPOW HD2 Miami, WKIS HD2 Boca Raton. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Heat 128, Hawks 122, 4.4 remaining in the contest. Hawks going to try to get down here, get a quick three from one of their guys, and see what they can do from there. But the clock is not on their side. The game was for a long time. They had gotten up 15 early in this one. I mean, they did exactly what you said, Amy. They came in here embarrassed about some of their offense, particularly from their backcourt on Saturday, and tried to right that ship. Murray and Young combined for 45 in this one.
But Atlanta shooting 7 for 26 from long range. You're probably going to get number 27 right here.
Yep.
Miami 16 for 29. Say that again.
We'll
55%. Season
Hunter
9.
going to inbound far side. Pump fake. Snaps it into Collins. Back to Hunter. 3 ball. I like that play. He knocked it down. I like that. Just give it right back to the guy. Now for the inbound. He's got to get it in. Is there a foul away from the ball or timeout? Boy. There's a little bit of struggle getting the ball in, but I mean, he got the ball in. Just Spo said, I'm not having it. We are not having a count on the inbound.
And by the way, not that close to the basket.
Run the line.
Jax.
Caleb, you don't have to stand there.
Jax, you are testy.
I don't know. It's a lot of games. It's late in the season. I don't like the tight stuff going on in the standings. I got the Biltmore Golf League in the morning. Tea time at 7:56.
You need some more Struce juice.
I need a win. That's all. Another win in the Heat's house. It would be number 21.
If you could just hold on for 1.4 seconds, there's a good chance you're getting.
We still have 3.5 hours of post-game TV to do before we get out of here tonight. So, get ready. I hope the playoffs. I can't wait for post-game playoff Amy. These shows that we do that never end. It's going to be so good. We don't make any reservations. We just walk in, storming in with W's in our face. Hopefully the Mater D's and hostesses of Miami will say thanks. Thanks for being you, Audibert. 1.4 remaining. 3-point game. Heat ball. Gable inbound near side. Pumps left. Pumps right. Throws it up to Jimmy, and there's a foul. This is going to be interesting. As Murray going to get hit with a foul. Was it before the inbound? I love those.
I think they called it in the air.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I like to see. He's shooting too.
It looked like
I can't wait and hope.
It looked like a hug.
That it's shots and the ball. But that's fun. I love it. I mean, trust your teammate, right? Jimmy says he's a football player out there. He's going do-si-do with Murray. It's just like Megatron back in the old Detroit Lion days.
And I think Jimmy's earned that. If Jimmy's like, I'm going to get it, I'm going to get
throw it up there.
Just throw it. Yeah.
Do not get a 5 count with no timeout.
Oh, my.
129, 125. Jimmy makes his 9th free throw. And there's number 10. He has 26. Shot by Murray to end it. He knocked it down. 131-28. Somebody's either real happy or real sad on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know which. And I'm done talking about it. Because this one belongs to the Heat. 130, 128 is the final.
And a 3-1 record against the Atlanta Hawks in the regular season. That is the most important thing.
Can I reiterate the many reasons why that's important real quick?
Yes.
First of all, obviously head-to-head. That's the number one tiebreaker for someone that's right around you in the standings. It's a closer move to the division title, right? And that's one of the great tiebreakers against anybody, be it a 2-team or 3-team. And it's just good to win, bottom line. Victor Oladipo joining us on the Miami Heat audio experience. Oladipo, 21 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and a flush to rock the building, Victor. We appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
This was one of those situations where you knew Atlanta, the way you locked down their backcourt over the weekend, was going to come back and really, really fire at you all. And you absorbed it well. I mean, it was not an easy night for Murray and Young to get their combined 48 points. How much of a focus was that for you?
I mean, we understood, last game was, was really tough on them. They really didn't get the game that they wanted to. So we knew they were going to be ultra aggressive tonight. So it was no shocker they came out and played the way they played tonight, especially when they jumped out early. The message in the huddle was basically just respond. I mean, we understood coming into it was going to be a different game than last game. And, basketball is a game of runs. So you just got to learn how to respond. And we did a great job of doing that tonight.
Victor, there was a conversation that Spo shared with the general media, I think a couple nights, and we might have even been on the road in Philly, but just the redirective to what the second group needs to do when they hit the floor and throughout the game. Your view of what Spo wanted from you all and the response that you and Victor, you and Caleb and Duncan tonight and Cody have provided.
We just come in and play hard, man. At the end of the day, every game is different. So, they're going to need something different from us every night. But one thing that has to be a common denominator is our effort and how hard we play on both ends of the floor. So we just got to keep building on it and keep improving and see how it goes.
Before I let you run, 16 made threes for you all. That sounds awesome, particularly in 29 attempts, 55% tonight. You made 4 of those. Are we going to go with just make or miss league, or are you guys getting better looks here over the last little bit?
Just shooting with confidence, man. We got a lot of guys who can really stroke the basketball, and we feel like if you get a great look, you got to shoot it with confidence, and we can live with those if they miss or make. As long as we get great looks and we get in the paint and get great sprays and stuff like that, then we can live with the results. But we just got to keep building on it, and everything else will take care of itself.
We already told Heat Nation about the wonderful afternoon we look forward to having with you for Inside the Heat.
Yes, sir.
Victor Oladipo at the crib.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait. We'll see you there.
Looking forward to it. Yes, sir.
My man.
All right.
R&B singer still alive.
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. Victor Oladipo, 6 of 12, 4 of the money balls, 6 of 8 from the line, 22, 2 and 3, plus 2 blocks in this game. That man was absolutely busy. Tonight's Call of the Game is presented by UKG, official HR and payroll provider of the Miami Heat. UKG, our purpose is people. Turnover Atlanta. Bam kicks it to Duncan. The lob to Oladipo, who climbed to the heavens with 2 hands. Timeout Atlanta.
He was running full speed Jackson, pointing up at the rim for Duncan.
And Duncan saw it, threaded the needle. Victor caught it, crammed it, and it's a part of this 130-129 victory for the Miami Heat. And guess what? Breathe for a little bit and then do it again. Same team series coming with Cleveland on Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, when you say breathe for a little bit, you mean about 36 hours.
That's it.
That's it. That's the rigors of the schedule. At least you're not getting on a plane. You're doing it at home, but a different beast in Cleveland. And guess what? Wednesday night now becomes the most important game of the regular season.
You're going to say that every
game.
night down the show. That's the playoffs too, right?
They go along with the best highlights you've ever done in your career.
Which is what we do over on Valley Sports, and let's do that now. We're gone. Tommy and Alejandro will take you through, once again, the final score. Miami 130. Atlanta 128. The Heat victorious. The Miami Heat audio experience returns Wednesday night as the Heat host the Cleveland Cavaliers, the first of two. The Heat is on the radio pregame show. Gets underway at 7. The tip just after 7:30 Eastern time. This has been a presentation of the Miami Heat audio experience. Our producers, Anthony Foley and Jimmy Garcia. Our engineer, thank goodness for Gary Ibar. Miami Heat broadcasting assistant, Courtney Fallon, who is our quality control coordinator. Miami Heat broadcasting intern is Stephen Strom. Our statistician, the Randy Webb Institute of Information. For Amy Atterbury, Alejandro Solana, and Tommy Tighe, I am Jason Jackson. The Heat is on the radio postgame show. Is next, so stay right there.
At Kia, we believe the driveway is more than a driveway. It's where legendary performances reside. The buzzer beaters from the curb, the fadeaways, step backs, pump fakes, on a 1-on-0, 4-pointers from beyond the arc of the sprinklers. Here's to the legends that fill the driveways of America. From the fans of the game to the Kia Telluride X Pro, the MVPs in horse to the ones in horsepower. From the clutch players to the 8-speed automatic transmissions, the 360 dunkers to the 360 view camera systems, to long-range shooters and even longer-range rides. Here's to the legends of the driveway, the Kia Telluride X Pro. Kia is the official automotive partner of the NBA and WNBA.
Kia, movement that inspires. Surround view and blind spot view monitors are not substitutes for safe driving and may not display all objects around vehicle. Always drive safely and use caution.
From the electricity in the arena to the highlight reel plays, there is nothing quite like Heat basketball, and this season, you can be there live to cheer them on. As the official marketplace of the NBA, Ticketmaster has you covered with the largest selection of seats for any budget. Get off the couch and into the stands. Grab your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/heat.
It's time for easier, and buying a Yamaha Wave Runner has never been easier. With the largest stock in South Florida, and with special offers during the Perfect Choice sales event, quick and easy financing and APR as low as 3.99% for 60 months. What are you waiting for? 2022 models are arriving. Jet Ski of Miami, your go-to dealer for anything Yamaha. Jet Ski of Miami and Fisherman's Boat Group, your Yamaha Marine Superstore for over 60 years. JetSkiofMiami.com. Paying retail prices not include prep, freight, or tax. Monthly APR rate on price based on Tier 1 qualifying APR. See dealer for details.
The Miami Heat audio experience continues. It's the Heat is on the radio postgame show.
Calls for a screen, gets it from Bam. Right side, uses it, drives, fakes it, now fires it to Martin. He'll fire a three. He'll rip the net from the corner, and just a little point at the bench to whoever was saying a little something as he just knocked down his second 3 in 2 tries tonight.
And that's not all he did. A perfect score in cards for Caleb, 21 points. Hi, everybody. The Hawks march out of the building, not to feel the heat, at least for a while. The final score, Miami 130, Atlanta 128, 45 clutch games. That's an NBA high for your Miami Heat, and 35 games decided by 5 points or less. Very entertaining game, to say the least. Even if you weren't exactly enthralled with so much offense, I guess that's the way of the world these days in the NBA. Let's welcome in Alejandro Solana. And 76% in the first half for Atlanta. Let's make it the first quarter, 63 for the half. Yet the Heat was within 5 at the break. This had the makings even back then of a 130-129 game, I said at halftime. I came close, just by 1 point, thanks to that three-pointer that was knocked in right around the 1 second mark. It seemed to be that type of game is not in the Heat's wheelhouse, but you'll take it every once in a while as long as you could stay with a team that's as offensive-minded as Atlanta is.
Yeah, but clutch games are more in their wheelhouse than anything, Tommy.
Sure.
So you figured that's what we were going to get tonight as well. I mean, we knew that the Heat holding the Hawks backcourt to 18 points on Saturday night, it is really hard to replicate that 2 times in a row. With how talented they both are, you just figured that tonight the Hawks were going to come out and try to blitz Miami as hard as they could and really play a much faster pace offense, and it's exactly what they got. And Tommy, credit this Heat offense Three-pointers we know all season long have kind of been their Achilles heel. Tonight they hit 16 of them. They shoot 55%, and it was just a perfect chance for Miami to really show that despite their offensive woes all season long, they can still come out and compete with a high-powered offense like Atlanta.
Yeah, the 16 threes made goes back to the Houston game a couple of months ago, or it was last month in this building that they had 16 threes. That's the last time that Miami's knocked down that many in a game. But the Hawks had 5 players in double figures at the half, and none of them were named Trae Young. So I think Miami did an outstanding job once again, even though you look at the final numbers and figure out that Murray and Young both came up with a combined total of 48. They averaged 46 together as teammates. So I think it's really all in all, if you look up at the game at the end, you figure 128, you didn't play great defense. I think after a slow start where Atlanta was really doing whatever they wanted to do in the first half, I think Miami picked up its defense exactly when they needed to do it.
Yeah, outside of the first quarter where you give up 43, you give up 25 in the second, and you outscore them by having 33 points, only 28 in the third, and then 32 in the fourth. But as you just mentioned, there are a couple of those points kind of came when the game was already over. So you float around that 30-point mark defensively, which is what you're allowing each quarter. And I think Miami is comfortable with that. Obviously, they'd prefer to keep a team, with as few points as possible in a quarter, but you're comfortable with it, especially on a night like tonight where your entire offense really is flowing and you get the bench production that Miami hasn't had consistently all season long. You can't speak enough about Victor Oladipo and Caleb Martin tonight off the bench, each of them with 21 points. And then how about Duncan Robinson, Tommy, coming out of basically nowhere, hasn't played too many minutes since he returned from that prolonged injury that kept him out for 20 straight games. And he gives you 3 trade balls tonight, 3 of 4, 14 points overall, 4 of 5 from the field. That's just outstanding play from the Heat's reserves tonight.
Don't you get the feeling now, Alejandro, that you're starting to see something with that second unit? I know Duncan hasn't played an awful lot. When he gets the opportunity, it's usually at the end of games that really have already been decided. But when you hear the numbers that you just brought up, Victor Oladipo, Caleb Martin playing the way that they did, and Duncan chipping in the way that he did, that they are starting to come together as a unit.
I know it's not this simple, but maybe all they needed was a little Caleb Martin sprinkled into that second unit to really get them going. And obviously I'm being a little facetious there, but it does seem like he's kind of the engine that is driving that unit and making them really just taking them to that second level, right, Tommy? I mean, what he's able to do right now with that second unit is remarkable. And if you can just get that consistently from Caleb Martin and even get half of what Victor Oladipo gave you tonight, I mean, this team is going to score several more points than they're used to scoring on average this season, because that's what they've been lacking, consistency throughout the roster. You know what you're going to get from Bam and Jimmy and Tyler on any given night.
Sure.
It's who's going to step up. And tonight, it wasn't just one person, which is what we've been used to this season. It was multiple guys stepping up.
Our final score, Miami 130, Atlanta 128. Up next, we'll feature the best in SPO and much, much more. The postgame thoughts of Eric Spoelstra, hopefully coming up in mere moments. This is the Miami Heat audio experience.
Have you heard about El Car Wash, the official car wash of the Miami Heat? For as low as $19.99 per month, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all of our 20-plus locations from Miami through Palm Beach. If you are on your way to work, having a night on the town, or just want the refreshing feeling of a sparkly clean car, come through one of our state-of-the-art car washes for a high-quality, fast, and fun finish. Visit elcarwash.com to find a location nearest you. El Car Wash. Always drive clean.
Imagine a bank that is always in your court, one that sees their customers as part of a team with a common goal to achieve your dreams. Well, imagine that. There is one. We're Amerant. We're ready to help you wherever you are in life, and just as importantly, wherever you want to go. Because at Amerant, we want you to live a life beyond what you could imagine. Amerant, official bank of the Miami Heat. Member FDIC.
Injured in a crash? You deserve Anajar and Levine. We stand up to the big insurance companies. They want you to settle for a fraction of what your case is worth, but we'll fight to get you the maximum money for your injuries. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference. Call me, Glenn Levine, at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Main office, Fort Lauderdale.
You love watching, following, and sometimes even playing the game. Don't ever let an injury keep you from it. Let the all-pro staff at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, the official sports medicine provider of the Miami Heat, get you back to what you love. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information. Doesn't it feel good to know you can go where the pros go?
Let's get back to the recap of the game, the post-game show. This is the Miami Heat audio experience.
Jimmy with the rock, tick-tock, tick-tock. 6 on the shot clock. Working the left baseline. Flips it up outside the left block. Bucket. Jimmy Buckets. 22 for number 22.
Jimmy Butler taking over in crunch time, clipping the Hawks' wings with 26 himself. Welcome back, everybody. It's post time. Miami ekes out a 130-128 victory over Atlanta and takes a 2.5 game lead on the Hawks as far as the division lead is concerned, and 7th and 8th place right now, but you're looking straight up at Brooklyn. You're 2 games behind them. The Miami Heat always comes correct in the world of basketball fashion, and now 5 of the creators of the brand have unveiled the Artist Series by Court Culture. The eclectic and vibrant shirts is a reimagined take on the iconic Heat gear you've fallen in love with over the last 35 years. To shop these fresh shirts and to learn the vision behind the designs, log on to MiamiHeatStore.com. We hope to go down to the interview room and hear from Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra and maybe one of the stars of the game after that. But before we do, let's take a look at the box score of tonight's game. The Atlanta Hawks, their record slips to a game under 500 at 32-33. Looking at the individual and team numbers for them, starting with the starters, DeAndre Hunter, 36 minutes, 6 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And without further ado, let's go down to the interview room. Here's Eric Spoelstra.
Drew in here, Professor Kaufman. There we are. They seemed enthusiastic.
Eric, from the way it started, down 15 early, obviously giving up a ton of points in the first quarter. How did this team wrap its head around what it needed to do? And what was it like to see your guys come back, collectively do it from distance, and just do it with grit?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've developed a lot of grit this year. And we knew that Atlanta would come out with a totally different disposition, and they
X Pro, the MVPs in horse to the ones in horsepower. From the clutch players to the 8-speed automatic transmissions, the 360 dunkers to the 360 view camera systems, to long-range shooters and even longer-range rides. Here's to the legends of the driveway, the Kia Telluride X Pro. Kia is the official vehicle of the Atlanta Hawks.
Kia, movement that inspires. Surround view and blind spot view monitors are not substitutes for safe driving and may not display all objects around vehicle. Always drive safely and use caution.
It's the Hawks post-game show.
And Mike Conti is breaking down today's game on the Hawks Radio Network.
Here's Mike Conti.
Well, the Hawks suffer a 130-128 loss to the Heat tonight. That drops the Hawks below the 500 mark in the season. Gives the Heat the season series tiebreaker against the Hawks. In other words, it's going to make it very, very difficult now for the Hawks to catch Miami in their bid to climb into the top 6 in the East. Still 17 games to play, but the Hawks now 2.5 games back and minus the tiebreaker as well. Season ticket memberships are now on sale for the 2023-24 Hawks season. Gain priority access to select your seats for next season alongside playoff priority, the best prices, exclusive events, and much more. The sooner you get your membership, the sooner you can pick out your tickets. So secure your membership right now and learn more at hawks.com/join. Let's go back to Miami now as Quinn Snyder has made it to the podium.
Well, I thought we really competed, and that was something that, after the other night, the first half the other night particularly, there was a point of pride for our guys. And I thought, particularly the way we started the game, we were really aggressive and defended well, and continued to do that throughout the game.
How frustrating is it? Sorry, over here. How frustrating is it in a game like this where you feel like you have all the momentum and you really did outplay them for a majority, but maybe the whistles aren't necessarily going your way?
Yeah, I think that's where, learning how to win on the road, and you got to play through those things. And I thought for the most part, we did. There was a couple times in the game where we got a little distracted, whether it was a call or the zone or switching pick and roll. Sometimes but we recovered from it pretty quickly, I thought. And being able to kind of keep your focus during the course of the game when things aren't, they made a lot of shots too. They shot 56% from three. So seeing them both defending through a possession.
To stay consistent to that attack, and we had our paint touches, we had our rim attacks, we had our free throws. We were able to get Jimmy to the line, Bam to the line, and that just sets up, the other part of our the symbiotic relationship. Our shooters spreading the floor and knocking down shots, but a lot of those came off of paint touches first. I still would have liked to have seen a few more, but look, the head coach is not going to complain. We scored 130. It's been a little bit of time before we've done that.
A couple of things. The decision to start Max, was that, like you said, to keep Caleb in that role?
Yeah.
And just sort of your thought going into that process. Is it just what you...
the process?
Game brought to you by the Legend of the Driveway, the new Telluride X Pro from Kia, official vehicle of the Atlanta Hawks, movement that inspires. And Quinn Snyder talking about the frustration getting up by 15 almost right away. Great first quarter where the Hawks scored 43 points, but they are unable to close the game out tonight. They lose by 2 in a game where they were badly outshot from the three-point line. Here are the second half highlights.
As we get set to go with quarter number 3. So Miami has it. Butler in the corner now hands it back to Hero. He dribbles towards the lane. He pulls up, throws it back outside. They go Strus for a 3, and he hits it. Strus gets his second 3 of the game, and the Hawks lead is down to 2 now. DeJounte Murray now right side. He goes John Collins for a 3, and he nails it. Johnny Collins knocks down a three-pointer, his 43rd of the year, and the Hawks lead 75-70. Down low, John Collins has it. Johnny Collins posted up on Hero, puts it up and in. John Collins has 17, so the Hawks have opened up the lead again to 8. It's the Hawks 86, Heat 78, 4:20 to go in the third quarter. Jimmy Butler drives, throws it up right-handed, good off the glass. So Butler's got 16, and the lead is 3 for the Hawks now, 86-83. Here comes Oladipo driving. Oladipo's finger roll is good, and the Hawks will call timeout. And the lead is down to a point now. So Trey will be at the line for 2 here. Trey's first is good. So now Trey ready again, and he makes again. So Trey Young hits the 2 free throws. Hawks on top now, 96-92. Sadiq Bey stops, fires the 3. And it just went in and out. So at the end of 3 from Miami, it's the Hawks 96 and the Heat 92. Butler goes right side in the corner. Hero for a 3, and he makes it. And the Hawks call time. And now the Heat have their biggest lead of the game, 6 points. Hero gets doubled, they knock it away and take it away. There's the steal. DeJounte goes up and in. DeJounte Murray scores, and Miami will call timeout. Heat 125, Hawks 122. And now the Hawks have a chance with 32.8 to go. Now they go left side to Trey. Trey backs up a little bit. Trey makes a move towards the lane. He lost it. Oh, he turned it over. And now coming back, it's Butler. Butler dribbles it across with 18 seconds left. The Hawks going to foul right away. 1.4 to go. John Collins, a baseball pass to DeJounte, who fires at the buzzer, and he hits the 3. And the Hawks lose by 2. So your final score from Miami, it was the Heat 130 and the Hawks 148.
And the Hawks now 32-33. 8th in the East. They will fall to 9th if Toronto defeats Denver tonight, and Toronto
I would say more some other decision making and some other shot selection, which I don't have to get into all the details. If you want to call me later, I can. But yeah, like so much of this league offensively is about decision making. Jimmy Butler, makes great decisions. When you're shooting like this and you're getting your attacks and you're getting that symbiotic relationship between the attacks and 3-point shooting, yeah, I certainly would even like maybe a few more 3-point attempts. I don't think we'll be one of those teams that are jacking up 53s. That's just not us. But